Hey you guys, and welcome to another video from your favorite video factory. I'm WIlbur, and today's video is all about live streaming. Now, if you're a photographer or videographer, this may be a no-brainer. However, I would definitely say live streaming could be a huge tool for a lot of people out there, whether you're a creator, freelancer, or maybe you're a small business owner who really needs to make sure that their audiences, that their customers know that they're still there. No matter what you do, live streaming is a great tool for you to stay involved, not just with your audiences, but you could even stay in touch with your community as well. Also, if you are a creator and you're not live streaming, I would give it a shot. It's a great way to kind of practice that interactivity with you and your audience, have a little back and forth going. Sometimes a raw chat is not such a bad idea, but I would definitely give it a shot and see where it takes you. So who's this video for? Well, I'm gonna try to keep it broad, so hopefully everyone can benefit from these tips. But really, I'm thinking it's more towards the small businesses, the freelancers who are having a hard time either keeping their audiences, keeping their customers, or finding new audiences and finding new customers. And it's really hard right now for a lot of businesses, for a lot of freelancers. So hopefully these tips can kind of give you some sort of idea of what you can do to kind of step up your game a little bit, stay engaged, stay interactive with all those people who want to hear from you, or maybe need to hear from you and don't realize that they do. So starting off, first things first, most important, top priority you could possibly think of doing when starting a live stream: planning. This is the most important thing you can do for any production. You may not be a videographer or freelancer or YouTuber, you still want to put the same kind of planning and pre-production into a live stream as anyone else would put into a regular video shoot. Sometimes spontaneity is okay. Sometimes a little raw chat, a little improv is totally fine. You want your live stream to feel authentic. You want it to be a little raw. With all of that said, you still need something, whether that's an outline, whether that's bullet points, whether that's taking questions that you're gonna ask an interview, giving those questions to your interview, letting them kind of think about their answers. Now, you don't want them to script their answers, but you do want them to have the opportunity to think about what they're going to say. You also want to make sure that you're always putting your most personable, your most engaging, your most charismatic person in front of the camera. If you're just doing this yourself, if you're a freelancer or you're a creator and you're trying to get into live streaming, practice. If you're a business owner, you're the face of the business, but you're not that good in front of large groups of people or in front of a camera, start practicing. If you have the opportunity to take an employee and you know someone, that guy, I want him to be in front of the camera, but they don't have a lot of experience, practice. I can tell you, I practice my videos pretty regularly. Before I start hitting record, I go ahead and I practice what I'm gonna say next. Think of your live stream as a road trip. You're starting here, you're ending up here. You're gonna visit these places on the way. That's the best way to think about it. So where should you live stream? Well, if you're a small business, if you're a freelancer, I would hope that you're on either Facebook or Instagram. Those are two really great platforms where you know your audiences are probably gonna end up being, and you don't really have to rely on YouTube and having a channel there and having videos on it and that kind of thing. That's a lot harder, and I would say if you're a creator, definitely think about doing something on YouTube at some point. But if you're just getting started and you're a small business or something like that, think about live streaming on either Facebook or Instagram. Great places for interacting with your audiences. They have great built-in live stream options, so it's where you really want to be. Most important question: what do you live stream? That can be a really tough question for a lot of people, and it really just depends on you and your business. What are you all about? What do you want people to take away from you doing this live stream? Now, again, kind of focusing on the small business aspect of this. If you're a restaurant, maybe something that would be really smart and kind of fun, do a little cooking show. Doesn't have to be fancy. Maybe you don't want to give away that secret recipe, but something that's kind of basic and simple, and it helps people remember you. All this comes down to people remembering you're out there. Another option, if you're a retailer, maybe you have a little boutique, do a live fashion show. Something that's just kind of like quick and simple and easy. Maybe you're showing off your fall line, your summer line, your winter line. Try it out. See what kind of responses you get. And I would say the best go-to for any kind of live stream, Q&A. Question and answer, people. Like, that's the easiest content filler for anyone. If you don't really have a very visual profession or visual business that you're operating, giving your best critical advice, as long as it pertains to your business and what you're offering, I think people will be really accepting and really appreciative of whatever you have to offer. But Eli, I don't have a fancy camera. Actually, you do. You have the fanciest camera, and that's your phone. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that because I've had somebody send me a video file from their phone that they took, and it must have been a really old phone because I saw this clip and I was like, bro, did you shoot this on a potato? Like, for real. Where was I? Anyway, your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your computer, any webcam really is just fine for live streaming. It doesn't have to be super professional or fancy. And at the end of the day, what's gonna make your live stream feel more professional and kind of more well thought out is the planning. That is the most important part. And just a quick pro tip, keep it short. You don't want a very long live stream. I always suggest keep it short. It's the best way for social media content in general, whether it's pre-recorded videos or a live stream, shorter is better. So if you're live streaming on your phone, you do want to make sure that you're keeping your phone relatively close to your face so that your microphone picks you up nice and loud, so as to avoid getting all the ambient sounds around you, whether you're inside or outside. Your microphone will pick you up a lot louder if you're nice and close to the microphone. So as you can hear me get closer and closer to the phone, my voice gets louder. And what you want to avoid is setting your phone down on something so that you can get up and stand way back so you can get this awesome wide shot that you think looks really good. But what's going to end up happening is that your microphone is going to work harder to try to pick up your voice, and then it's going to pick up all the environmental sounds around you, and it's going to sound awful. You don't want that. You can hear the freeway. You'll also want to think about getting a tripod or finding some way to stabilize your phone for your live stream. Now, if you have the means or you're ready to invest in live streaming, there are definitely some ways that you can kind of step up your game and go pro. All right, the first big pro tip, sometimes those web camera live streams don't look the best, and if you really do want to step up your game, you can hook up your DSLR, like a 6D Mark II, or really any kind of newer DSLR will probably be fine. There are a couple ways you can do this. One way is using the Elyjah U-Tap, which is what I use. And this is pretty simple. You can buy this on B&H, and I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're worth it. You can get a lot of use out of them, especially if you're doing a lot of live streaming. So you can plug an HDMI from your DSLR into this. It comes out USB, and then you just plug this into your PC or your laptop, and your PC or laptop will read your DSLR or camera as a web camera, which is actually really, really useful for live streaming. Another option is using some kind of third-party software, which there's a lot out there. I don't really use those because I have an Elyjah U-Tap, but they definitely exist, and they will again make it so that your PC or laptop can read your DSLR as a web camera. Second pro tip, generally as a rule, if you're talking about filmmaking, video production, anything like that, audiences tend to forgive bad visuals. But if your audio sucks, that's when people tend to move on. Make sure your audio is good. Even if you're just using your phone, there are some really good affordable options for you if you're really thinking about stepping up your game in the audio realm. One option, if you're mostly live streaming from a desktop, buying some sort of USB microphone that you can just plug into your PC or laptop will give you a much better live stream audio. Now, if you're primarily live streaming from your phone, there's still a lot of great ways to up your audio game. It doesn't just have to be on a desktop for you to be able to get good audio. Using a little Rode Micro, this is a great microphone. You can use it on a DSLR, you can use it on your mirrorless, or you can use it on your phone using a special cable. You do have to buy this separately, or you can get a little package deal for it on B&H. And then you do want your little, for iPhone users, you do need a dongle, and that will plug into your special cable. This goes into your phone. And then you do want to mount this somehow on top of your phone. So again, some kind of tripod is super helpful for something like this, but this will pick up much better audio than your actual phone mic, which if it's close to you, it still works out really well. This just is cleaner, it's better, picks you up a little bit better distance. You still want to stay close with it, so do keep that in mind. But overall, a really great option if you do want to up your audio game. Another great option is buying a lavalier mic for your phone. There are a lot of great options out there. I won't go into all of them. Personally, both for recording videos and for live streaming, I like this guy because it gives me the opportunity to share my microphone if I'm shooting with somebody else. We don't have to like share a lav mic because that can get a little awkward. All of them are really great options. Okay, one last bonus tip for all of you wanting to really step up your game when it comes to your live streams. Think about your environment. Think about where you're gonna shoot this. Think about the lighting. Think about the background. Think about the audio. All of those are really important when it comes to where you shoot your live stream. Sure, you may not have some super creative walls that you can shoot in front of, but maybe you have a nice bookshelf. Maybe you've got a little desk area. Just straighten that up. Maybe take off all the distracting things. Make sure there's nothing on your computer screen that you don't want anyone to see. The other thing to think about is lighting. Wherever you are, it's not too dark. Make sure that you're somewhere where maybe you've got some nice window light coming in. Don't shoot with the window or open door behind you. Shoot with it to the side of you or where it's lighting you, not backlighting you. Make sure you're shooting somewhere where it's not too echoey. Your kitchen, your bathroom, automatically out. Shoot somewhere else. Shoot in your living room, shoot in your bedroom, shoot in your office, shoot somewhere where all those elements come together and you can make a much better live stream. All right, and by way of wrapping this all up, I just want to say that if you are a small business or starting out as a creator or freelancer, live streaming is just a great way to stay out there, to stay involved. If you're really just wanting to make sure that your business keeps going, that you keep a strong presence out there in the community, think about live stream. It's a great way to go. And that's it for me, guys. I really hope you found this video useful. Do me a huge favor, let me know down in the comments below what kind of live streams you'd like to see from me, or what kind of live streams are you gonna do in the future? Other than that, if you like this video, go hit that like button, subscribe, watch some more videos. I hope you are all safe and well during this time. Go tell someone you love them, don't be creepy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.